Hey everyone, it's Michelle with 109 Design, and I'm back again tonight with our second video in my series Back to Basics, and where we're going to be featuring loose coils. And so, with that being said, if you have any questions, comments, or feedback, please leave them in the comment section below. And then tomorrow night for our Back to Basics recap, where I'll go over tight coils and loose coils again for you, I'll be sure to answer any questions that might have been asked in tonight's video and also Wednesday's video where we did tight coils. And if you didn't catch the tight coils one from Wednesday night, I'll be sure to add the link in the description below. Okay guys, let's do it. So what we're going to need for tonight is I'm going to use the two slotted tools that we used on Wednesday night, the fine tipped and the standard. I have a pair of tweezers, I have a circle size board from Quilt Creations, my glue, and I also have Paplin paper. And I have 4 strips tonight that I'm going to show you because I want to show you kind of an uncontrolled loose coil out here on the board, and then we'll also do 2 in the actual circle size grid. So first what we'll do is we'll take a strip and we'll just do our tight coil like we did on Wednesday night with our standard slotted tool first. And what I've done is I've taken 2 strips of the Paplin paper, and they're 22 3/4 inch long, and I have just cut them in half. So that's how I've gotten my 4 strips. They're a little shorter than Wednesday night strips that we worked with. So what we're going to do is the same process we did Wednesday night. To take this off the tool, I have my thumb holding the end of the strip, my index finger on the back of the coil. I'm going to take my free thumb and just slide it off the tool. Okay. And again, I'm just going to flatten it, top and bottom. And this is where our loose coil comes into play because as of right now it's still a tight coil. I'm just going to take it and let it open up on its own on the board. Okay, as you can see it's opening up on its own. Alright, so that's with the standard size tool. As you can see it's still kind of opening up on its own. And it'll continue to do that as it relaxes. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our fine tipped tool and do the same thing. So we have a fine tip tool. I'm just going to make a nice tight coil. And then I'm going to hold it with my thumb and index finger and pull it off the tool or flip it off the tool using my free thumb. Okay. And again, we'll flatten it. Okay, nice and flat there. And we'll let it go. And see again, as you can see, the holes in the center are quite a different size than each other. That's because we used the 2 different slotted tools. Okay, so now we're just going to repeat this process, but this time we're going to use these holes over here on the side. And you know, if you're going for a coil that is a certain size and diameter, this is when you'll want to use the circle grid. So we're just going to do this again. Tight coil, hold with the thumb and index finger, slide it off the tool with the free thumb. Okay, flatten it out. Make it nice and flat. And this time though, we're going to come over here to our circle size board, place it down in the hole, and gently let it go. Okay, and it will only get as big as the circle allows it to. Okay, so there's a little bit of a lip here, it kind of sinks down into, and that's what that paper sits in. Okay, so it's not getting any bigger than the hole. And then one more time with our fine tipped tool. And then as always, I will put the links of these products in the description below. 2 of these products are from the company Lake City Craft. So what you're going to see is listings, most likely either from Amazon or eBay for these items. And that's only because Lake City Craft, their website is no longer operational, so you have to find their products elsewhere. And so that's what I'll do in the description below for those. Okay, so we'll slide it off, flatten it out, place it in our hole, and just let it relax on its own. Okay. So what we'll do next is just to give you an example of how to pick it up and glue it. We'll find the end of the strip on the outer edge and gently grab it with a little bit of the strip that keeps going around. We'll bend it up a little bit. Take our glue, apply a small dab of glue, because as I said before in quilling, less glue is more. And then we'll just gently pinch it with our tweezers, and you'll want to wipe away any excess. And just hold it for a moment. And then that's it. You have your loose coil. And this is with the larger tip slotted tool. So my colorful tool, that's what that's with. And then this one, I'll show you. That is with the fine tip tool. So the smaller hold tool. You can barely make out a center in that. Okay everyone, well that was tonight's featured shape in my second video in my series Back to Basics. And again, I will include the link in the description below of Wednesday night's first video, which was tight coils, if you didn't catch it. And as always, any questions that you might have regarding each shape, leave your question in the shape that it's referring to. So if you had a question about tight coils, please put that question in the tight coils video section. And if you have any comments about or questions about tonight's video in the shape loose coils, please put that in the comment section below, and I'll be sure to answer them tomorrow night, Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, when we do our Back to Basics recap, which is where I will go over each shape that we did for the week. So tomorrow night, 6 p.m. I'll be featuring tight coils and loose coils again, as well as any questions, comments, or feedback you had from that week. All right, everybody. Thanks. Bye.